Welcome. Today, we're going to explore something quite profound, I think. This idea of finding joy.
Mm.
Not just, when everything's going smoothly, but actually finding it when life throws challenges our way. This whole concept of joy in the journey.
It does sound a bit like a paradox at first, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Joy, trials.
Right?
Our instinct is usually just to brace ourselves to get through the difficult times and hope for calm seas ahead.
Exactly. Just endure.
But there's that powerful, challenging call in James chapter 1. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds.
That specific verse really makes you stop and think. Pure joy in trial.
It does. And it's key to understand, I believe, that it's not talking about a kind of superficial happiness, plastering on a smile. It points to something much deeper, a soul-level peace.
Absolutely. And for me, understanding that deeper joy, it really hinges on recognizing that even when times are tough, maybe especially then, there's something purposeful happening.
Yes. It's easy to feel adrift, isn't it? Just trying to survive the storm.
Mhm.
But the wisdom we're exploring suggests these aren't just passive waiting periods, they're active times. Times when our character is being shaped, maybe our faith deepened.
We're being drawn closer to God, perhaps. It's a fundamental shift, viewing trials not just as roadblocks, but as, well, opportunities.
Opportunities for growth,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And for a connection to something beyond ourselves. But it's so important to clarify, this doesn't mean pretending the struggle isn't real.
No, not at all. That wouldn't be genuine. It's more about honesty, isn't it? Acknowledging the difficulty, the pain even.
Yes, acknowledging it fully.
But while doing that, choosing to place your trust in God's presence, in his overarching plan, even if you can't see it clearly right then and there.
It's a delicate balance, that.
Yeah.
Honesty about the struggle and simultaneous trust. It requires real inner strength.
It really does. We tend to link joy with, well, good feelings, easy circumstances, the absence of problems.
The common understanding.
But this deeper joy we're discussing, it seems less fragile somehow, less dependent on what's happening around us.
It is. It's rooted more firmly, wouldn't you say, in a belief that God is actively working, that his work is ongoing, even when things feel unfinished or chaotic.
It's like the difference between sunshine, which is wonderful but fleeting,
Yeah.
and a tree with deep roots. The winds can blow, but the tree remains grounded. This joy in the journey feels like finding those deep roots within.
I like that analogy, finding the roots. And it really emphasizes the value of the present moment, doesn't it? Even the difficult ones.
Today, trusting that God is with us now, working now, not just waiting for us at some future finish line.
That focus on today is crucial. We can get so lost wishing things were different or dwelling on the past that we miss the significance of right here, right now. It reminds me of that marathon runner. I think it was early 2025.
Oh, yes. What an incredible story. That really brings this idea to life.
Doesn't it? Someone dealing with a chronic illness,
Right?
months of hard training, setbacks, discomfort, surely.
You have to assume so. Grueling, probably.
And yet, crossing that finish line, the account said the most striking thing wasn't just that she finished, but the sheer joy on her face.
That phrase they used, a smile through every mile, it just sticks with you.
It really does. And she said something like, I wasn't running to win. I was running to prove that even hard things can bring joy.
Wow. So her goal wasn't the victory, the external prize.
No, it seems her goal was internal, to demonstrate that joy could exist right alongside the hardship. It was about proving something to herself, perhaps, and maybe to others.
That completely reframes what success means in that context, doesn't it? It wasn't about the time on the clock.
Not at all. It was an inner victory, a conscious choice she made, mile after mile, to embrace joy, despite the immense physical challenge. Such a powerful picture.
It really is. It makes you wonder, where did that strength come from, that smile?
That's the question, isn't it? Maybe a deep faith, a connection to God's strength within her, or a profound belief in her own resilience, fueled by something bigger than the race. It shows that finding joy often means tapping into that deeper wellspring.
Something beyond just circumstances.
And then there's that other story, quite different on the surface, but similar in principle. The teacher in Detroit, inner city school.
Ah, yes. Facing a whole different set of daily challenges, potentially very stressful, demanding work.
Absolutely. Yet this teacher implemented something quite simple but profound, this joy check.
I've found that incredibly moving, just taking a moment, beginning of class.
Yeah. Asking each student to name just one small thing they were grateful for, Seems almost too simple, right?
You might think so, but the effect, the reports said it was noticeable.
It did. Better focus in class, improve morale overall,
Mm.
apparently a kind of positive ripple effect.
It's proactive, isn't it? Intentionally looking for the good, vocalizing it, even when the background might be difficult.
Exactly. And that student's quote, it reminded us we're alive, we're together, and we can still be joyful. That says so much.
It really does. In the midst of whatever challenges they faced outside or even inside the school, that simple act created a pocket of shared joy.
An anchor. It shows how powerful collective gratitude can be, especially when things are tough.
It just drives home the point that joy isn't some far-off reward waiting for perfect conditions. It
Yeah.
can be found right here, in small things, in connection, in just acknowledging the blessings we do have, and crucially, that we have a part to play in finding it.
Precisely. It's not passive. Cultivating this kind of joy, especially when things are hard, it demands a conscious effort, a shift in perspective.
A perspective rooted in faith.
I believe so. A deep trust that God is at work, even when his plan isn't clear to us. Holding on to that belief that, God's not finished yet.
That the story is still unfolding.
Yes, our viewpoint, our attitude, our core beliefs, they all shape our ability to experience this deeper, more resilient joy.
So, again, it's not about putting on rose-tinted glasses and ignoring reality.
Not at all.
It's about seeing the reality, the struggles, the imperfections, but through a lens of faith.
Yeah.
Believing there's meaning in the process and that God walks with us through it.
That's exactly right. Which really brings us to the heart of it, I think. Joy isn't just the destination we're hoping for after the storm passes.
It's more than that.
It's a decision, a choice we can make today, right now. A decision to trust God in every step of the journey.
That's a powerful realization. Joy as an active choice, something we can cultivate internally, even if the external situation doesn't change overnight.
It's about nurturing that inner peace, isn't it? That deep contentment that comes from faith, from trusting in God's constant presence.
Which leads to a very personal question for everyone listening, I suppose.
Hmm.
Where in your life, right now, today, can you choose joy? Even if nothing else changes, what small gratitude can you find?
Where can you consciously choose trust over despair, even for a moment?
It's definitely a challenge,
But
but also maybe a profound invitation.
an invitation to see this moment, the one you're in right now, not just as something to get through.
But as a valuable part of the journey itself, a place where God is present and where joy, even a glimmer, can still be found.
Let's hold on to that thought. Today matters. Right now matters. Because God is with us right now.